bw'oba oyina issue management, bw'oba oyina project gy'oyagala okukola, bw'oba oyina bw'oba oyagala kugenda mu farming, nsobola okuyamba ne tuyambagana ne tulaba nti ffenna tufuna ekiruubirirwa kye twagala. So baganda bange mwenna abandaba, bw'oba oli eyo ng'oyagala kudda mu bulimi, mu farming, yes, you have a hand. Nze wendi ntuukirira tuyambagane. Don't forget to subscribe on this YouTube channel where I'll be sharing a lot of content. Ezigendo bayamba. The content I share on this YouTube channel is to inspire others so that they can also start their dream goals and work on them and probably return back home. There are so many people stuck in Europe. They don't know how to start. They don't know where to start from. But they wish, they have that dream of retiring back home. So, guys, share this story to your friends, to your relatives, to your, share, comment in the comment section, and reach out to me if you have any question about this journey of returning back home from Europe to Africa, deep in Uganda. Nkulamusiza gwe wenna andaba ku mukutu guno omuganzi ogw'ebunaayira. Nga bulijjo nze Nelson aka Muvabulaaya aka Munakyalo aka retired Nkuba Kyeyo. Olwaleero nkomyewo nate nga bulijjo content wa kufaamu. Tuli wano ku faamu. Nabagamba nti nakomawo okukola farming full time. Kati leero tuli wano nga bulijjo teri lunaku lwa kuwummula, nkola nnyo by the way okusinga lwe nali ku Kyeyo. Naye ekirungi nti nkola byange. Ozuukuka ku makya n'otuuka olw'eggulo era ng'okyakola kuba mirimu mingi wano. Manyi bw'oba nga toliiwo nga teweekolera bintu bingi nnyo by'otamanya ebigenda mu maaso. Kati bw'oba weetuukidde ebintu bibeera bingi. There are a lot of things to do because you are the pilot of the dream, your own dream. So no one else can drive your own dream better than you. Kyova olaba nti ngezaako okukyusa ebintu mbizze mu line gye njagala. So olwaleero tugenda kwogera ku nsonga naye tugenda kuba nga tutambula. Tugenda kwogera ku nsonga ezandeetera okusalawo okuva e Bulaaya nenzija nenzinga ebintu byange neŋŋamba let me go back to my motherland and start life there because I was fed up of Europe life. There are so many reasons what I'm going to mention in this video. Maybe many of you can relate to my situation, and probably my story will inspire you and make you think otherwise or do something about the situation. Olwaleero kati tuli wano, njagala balaga wano twakubirawo emmere y'ente. Kino bye mulaba wano mmere ya nte. This is silage. Twamala okukuba silage ne tumuteekamu wano ne tumuziika nti ente zisobole okuba nga ziyina food in stock for quite some time. Kati tuyinawo stock eno. It has about 20 tons of silage or more than that. I think, yeah, it is between 20 and 30 tons of food. Kati bino ebyasigalawo because byali byononese ne tusalawo tubyokye bireme kubeerawo just nga tebiina mugaso, because we can't do anything with these, the remains of the food. So wano mbalaga nti bw'okuba emmere osobola okukuba ekisagazi kyo. We harvested this, the Super Napier we harvested from this place. Balageeko wano awo we twatema ekisagazi ne tukitema, then ne tukisomba, abaana ne bakisomba ne bakireeta, we have a silage machine, ne tukireeta ne tukiteeka wano, then we chopped the Super Napier, and then when you are chopping Super Napier, you mix in some ingredients. One of the things that you mix in is microbes. Microbes helps for better fermentation, and then you add in molasses. Molasses the use of molasses is to create the taste, the sweetness taste in the food, so that animals can enjoy the food. So you put in molasses and microbes. Microbes helps for fermentation. So twabadde awo mbalagako nti ebyo bye tukola on a daily basis. Naye nga ensonga, the reasons why I left Europe, I'm going to mention some of the reasons why I left Europe, so that you can also relate. Probably, I know that in Europe, life is like a uniform. We all live almost the same kind of lifestyle. But many of us, or some of us, cannot tolerate to live there for our entire lives. So I'm one of those who got fed up and decided to pack my bags and go back to my motherland. So we have another silage stock here. Kino twakikuba 2 days ago. Nakyo kirimu nga nakyo it is almost the same, maybe 20 tons to 30 tons of food in stock. So tuyina wano emmere twagi okuba bulungi emmere yo, then n'ogiteekamu molasses and microbes. You mix in so that the food will taste good for the animals. Kati wano twakiziika just a few days ago, but kyetaaga kuteekako ettaka eddala lingiko wano lisobole okukatira, so that there is no oxygen coming in, because when oxygen comes in, the food will get spoiled. So yeah, naye kyembadde mbagamba nti one of the reasons why I fed up with Europe life, ensonga esooka, weather. The weather in Europe is terrible. Nti obeera mu nsi n'omala emyezi almost 9 oba emyezi 9 ng'oli mu weather ey'enzikiza. You wake up when it is dark, you go to work, and you come back when it is dark. So n'osanga nga you're living like in darkness. And weather is very important. Kubanga bw'obeera mu nsi ng'erimu enzikiza all the time, that kind of weather ekuleetera depression. Osobola obutamanya nti oyina depression oba nti whether ekuleetera depression, naye in a long run process ogenda ofuna that effect eya weather nti obeera mu nzikiza. Naye bw'obeera mu musana, bw'obeera mu musana obeera happy. Weather ng'eno eye Uganda omanya nti buzibye, omanya nti bukedde. Naye wali tomanya nti buzibye, tomanya nti bukedde. So ate nga bw'oba nga wazaalibwa ne wano, even abazungu themselves, they get affected by their weather. They get affected by their weather nti oluusi they commit suicide. The suicide rate in Sweden is way, way higher than in Uganda. Why? Because of one of the reasons why people commit suicide is weather. During winter, abantu tebalaba ku light. Tebalaba ku light, babeera mu nzikiza. Remember Europe life, buli omu abeerawo ku lulwe mu bizibu bye. Bwe bikunyiga, bikunyiga weka. Even when you have kids, no one is going to be around you, to talk to you, to ask you what is bothering you. Like no one cares. Life doesn't permit people to gather around family members and relatives, because wano mu Uganda ekituyamba nti tubeeranga family fenna. Our culture etuleetera okuba nga tufaŋŋanako. Okitegeera nti neighbor wo akucheekingako. Even when you board a taxi, as soon as you board a taxi, you get in, you start chatting, you start talking with other people, even if you don't know each other. Mu kwogera okwo kuleetera oluusi munyumya ku kintu ekikwaffectinga. Kati oyinza okugamba nina ebbanja mu banka, bandi bubi, biki kwega n'onyumiza omuntu. Ekizibu kyo kyangu nnyo okweyabiza omuntu wano mu Uganda gw'otamanyi, naye just because you have had a conversation, a small conversation, then you start from there. Sometimes it is easy to get a phone number from a stranger whom you have met on a taxi, on a bus, n'osobola okuba nga oyogera naye. Ate psychologists bagamba nti okwogera ebizibu byo kye kimu ku ddagala eriwonya depression. Okwogera ebizibu byo. So bw'oba tofunye gw'obuulira ku bizibu byo, you easily get depressed kubanga you are fighting alone. You don't have someone to listen to you. Naye wano bw'oba oyina omuntu akuwuliriza, n'oyogera n'akuwuliriza, just listening to you, it is a medicine. Even psychologists, even in Europe, whenever they see someone is depressed, the first thing they ask, do you have a friend that you always talk to? Do you have a family member around you? Kye baba baagala okumanya nti oyina gw'obuulirako ku bizibu byo, kuba bw'obifulumya bikuwonya, omutima gutowolokoka. So one of the reasons why I chose to leave Europe is weather. Ensonga ey'okubiri lwaki navaayo nasalawo okuva e Bulaaya nenzija back home nti ensonga yali nti lifestyle, the kind of lifestyle, I call it slavery life, because life in Europe, it feels like you are a slave. You are a slave to the system. Okiraba? Kubanga bw'obeera system nga ekukontrolinga, emanyi ddi lw'ozuukuka, emanyi ddi lw'oli off, emanyi sente zofuna, emanyi meka zogenda okuspendinga, system ebeera ekukontrolinga kwegamba ng'oli muddu. Bakimanyi nti bateekawo system ne bagizimba. That system is like a trap. When you lay a trap, like here in a garden, if I want to catch some birds, I will lay a trap. The trap will look very interesting for the birds to come. Maybe nja kuteekawo kasooli, nja kuteekawo ebintu ennyonyi ezo, ebinyonyi ebyo ebintu bye byagala, like kasooli oba other types of food. Nteeke ku trap yange eyo, it will look very, very interesting, and the birds will try to come closer so that they eat the food I put on the trap. And when they reach the trap, they will get trapped. Omutego gujja kukwata ennyonyi zino. So ne Bulaaya system bagikola nti eringa trap. Ekisookera ddala bakulaga nti osobola okufuna ebbanja ly'oyagala lyonna. Bw'oba oyagala emmotoka ennungi, you get it. N'otandika okusasula mpola mpola. As long as you have a job, you are guaranteed to take anything. You can have a car, an expensive car on a loan. You can have an expensive phone on a loan. You can have a TV on a loan. You can have everything. You can get personal loan. Ne bakugamba bakuwa sente kola kyoyagala. So that looks like bwe bakikugamba gwe ng'olina omulimu ogamba nina omulimu nja kusasula mpola mpola. And the trick is that bakugamba sasula mu myaka mingi. Kwegamba bw'ofuna looni y'emmotoka, bwe bakuwa emmotoka ne bagamba osobola okusasula myaka 15. Within those 15 years, they show you that you are going to be paying, let's say, $500. You understand? $500 per month. And maybe you are getting, your salary is about $3,000 after tax, or $2,500 after tax. So whenever you think about your salary and then you make some calculations, you are going to pay $500 for a car, a nice car, a luxurious car. You think it is okay, it is easy, and then you take an expensive phone on a loan, a TV on a loan, but you can't realize that the more they give you time to pay for those things, is the more they are keeping you in that kind of slavery life. Nosanga nga oli mu kwacumulatinga amabanja g'accumulatinga just because oyagala kubeerawo obulamu bw'olowooza nti bulungi. So that kind of lifestyle gye nakoowa system ekukontrolinga. Ekisookera ddala baba bamanyi omusaala gw'ofuna, ennyumba ziseera. Accommodation is very, very expensive. Why? Because it is the only way they can take money from you. Olowooza, why do you think they make accommodation very expensive? It is because they want to take as much money as they can from you, so that you remain empty, you remain loyal to the job you have. You will never want to leave that job if you have a lot of debts which you are supposed to be paying. You will never think about leaving job. So they want to keep you praising the job, looking forward to get a monthly salary. You will never think about working for yourself. Bamanyi ddi lw'owummula, bamanyi ddi lw'okola, bamanyi ddi, like they know everything. So ate ne bakuprogramminga system ye Bulaaya eringa programmed obeera nga robot kwegamba buli kimu employer wo yamanyi engeri gy'asobola okumanagingamu tosobola kugenda anywhere. Let's say you want to go to Uganda, you cannot go anytime you want. Olina okusooka okusaba employer wo okumusaba permission so ogenda oba nedda kati ye yasalawo oba ogenda oba togenda. So that kind of life nagikoowa. Olwaleero kati tuli wano tuli mu kaweefube owokwokya ebintu bino. Waliwo emiti gye baatema ne gikulira wano ne gikala kati gyetaaga this kind of buti butono naye bwetaaga okwokya. Tetubwetaaga wano kuba egenda kutonya. Tumaze ennaku nga tetulina nkuba. The whole place is dry. We really need some rain here. So kyembadde mbagamba nti system ekukontrolinga nga olinga robot. Beba deciding essaawa z'ozuukukira, beba deciding essaawa z'otuukira ku mulimu, z'ogendera ewaka. Like those kind of things that really matter in human life. Nosanga omuntu ye akumanaginga nga bw'ayagala. So ebyo nabikoowa byempita slavery. Nabikoowa ne ngamba no, let me pack my bags and leave the comfort of Europe and go back to hustle in Africa, in my home country. Yes, I made that decision, which was very difficult, by the way. It took me about 6 years to make that decision. And let me tell you something. Whenever you are going to make such a decision, you get overpowered by fear. You know, there's a lot of fear involved okukola decision eyo. Si kyangu nnyo okukola decision eyo n'ogamba nti ngenze. Si kyangu. I tell you this, it is very, very difficult because there are a lot of things to consider. You have children, you have bills to pay, you have, the comfortability of Europe. You think that you are going to suffer when you go back home. Kwega nobeerawo ng'ogamba, am I going to survive? Am I going to thrive? Am I going to be successful? Family members banandaba batya. I need a lot of money. Many of you think that coming back home you need a lot of money. But let me tell you, you don't. You don't need a lot of money like you think. Weetaagayo akasente katono ak'okutandikirako. Okitegeera? Weetaaga akasente katono ak'okutandikirako just to kickstart. Kasente katono ak'okuyamba okutandika. You know, the most difficult thing is to make a decision. Once you make a decision and you start, the rest becomes history. Okitegeera? So kati baganda ba nze eyo that kind of lifestyle nagikoowa ne ngamba kwa nali nzuukuka ozuukuka saawa 11 ogenda okola enkyokoma olweggulo okomawo okooye weebaka immediately osobola okumalako n'enkya. Like for me, the kind of job I was doing, gwali mulimu ogwetaaga okuwummula ekimala nga you can't. Like I was driving a truck in Sweden. I was driving a truck, I was driving a bus, I was working as an interpreter. So whenever I was working as a truck driver, I needed more time to sleep so that you drive the truck. Otherwise you get tired and sleep and then you crash. Natuuka ekiseera nendaba nga there's no way sijja kumalako okubilivinga obwo obulamu nga sikisobola. I can't even vision me staying in Europe 20 years, 25 years. There are so many people stuck there. They have stayed there 20 years, 30 years. Others are old, they are pensioners. They have started their pension. Naye nga bali balowooza they will manage to move back to their home countries until they got stuck. So mwe mwenna abali eyo nga muyina ekirooto eky'okudda ewaka, please start now. Make a decision. Prepare yourself as little as you can or as much as you can, kubanga there is no way ojja kukeera kumakya ogambe nti I am ready now, I've got everything I wanted. No, there's no that time. There's no that day you ever wake up and say, now I'm prepared. Tandika okole mpola mpola. By the way, before I continue, for those who haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, please hit the subscription button, hit the notification button so that every video I post on this YouTube channel osobola giraba. Share with others, comment in the comment section, and those who have managed to leave Europe life and come back to Africa and settle, please, if you are out there and you are watching this video, let me know in the comment section or inbox me on my numbers. Numbers zange ziriwo wano ku screen wano ne mu bio mweziri ye Sweden ne Uganda. Reach out to me to sobole, maybe if you are willing to share your story, how you prepared to come back, how you managed, how you have been living in Uganda, and why you chose to leave Europe and come back here. If you want to share your story, if you are doing a business, if you are in farming, I'm really grateful if you can contact me so that we can share your story to other people, encourage them, inspire them. Because the purpose of this YouTube channel is to encourage, to motivate those Ugandans who are, all Africans who are living abroad, to try their best and leave what I call slavery. Because when you get to Europe, you get stuck, you find that you're living a slavery life. So kyenjagala kukubiriza abo bonna bankuba kyeyo abali ewaka okukomawo ewaka basobole okukola ebintu byabwe, basobole okwekolera bave ku kyeyo. You know, it is very painful to live a life where you are controlled by your employer. It is very, very bad or sad to live such a kind of life. Atabamu kumwe mwina mataka Uganda. You know, I always say that land is very, very, very important. Olaba ne mu Europe, even in Europe, people who own land, they are the masters, they are the richest people. And they don't even have a lot of land like us. Olaba, kati nze ninawo ettaka lino, oliraba lyonna. Lino ttaka lye nnina gye nsobola okukolerako ebintu eby'omugaso bingi okutuuka eri emitala eri. Olaba, naye ndi eyo ku kyeyo mbonaabona n'abazungu abatalina wadde tebalina wadde a quarter of an acre. Ndi eyo mbonaabona ate ng'obugagga buli wano mu ttaka muno. Ekitegeera. So kati wano tutema kino ekisagazi. We are going to make silage. Abaana bagenda kusomba lino guno omuddo. This is super napier. Batwale wali ku kiri ekiyumba. That is a silage bunker where we are going to be crushing these feeds and make silage, and then to kolechi to tereke mmere yente. So guys, I was telling you that those are the reasons that made me get tired or get fed up of Europe life. I've told you weather, I've told you slavery life, like I call it. But there are more other reasons. Another reason why I chose to leave Europe and come here is because I want to build my legacy. Njagala kukola byange. I want to employ myself. I want to lay a ground for my future generation. Abana bange, abazzukulu bange. My dad was a farmer, and I'm also a farmer. So I believe, and I can see that some of my kids, they love animals. I believe they are also going to become farmers. But I must lay a foundation for them to come in the future and take over my legacy. Kitegeera. Kati bw'otatandika kuzimba kirooto kyo ng'okyalina amaanyi, you are going to fail your kids, you are going to fail your grandkids. Kwegamba ate ng'obadde olina chance ey'okutandikira okubakolera foundation, so that, because in Europe you can't be successful in Europe, no way, unless ng'ofunye lotto, unless you have won lotto and you get a lot of money, which is impossible, which is almost impossible. But bameka bomanyi abawangula lotto ne bagagawala, batono nnyo, sibawulirangako. But when you work hard, there is always results. There are results which are positive. Like now, so bagamba nti nze ndi superhero bandiki. No, naye I managed to overcome fear. That fear that tells you are not going to survive, you are not going to, to manage. Because in Uganda, people think that, by the way, those who fail, most of them are based in capital cities. They are in Kampala. They are struggling. You leave Europe when you are struggling to pay rent, and then you come and go to Kampala where you're going to be renting. That stress, you carry on that stress from Europe and then back to your home country. You start stressing. But for me, nasalawo ne ngamba, no, I will not go in the capital city. I'll come to the village where I'm not going to be paying rent. Right now, I don't pay rent. Enyumba yange yiri mugiraba. I don't pay rent. I don't pay electricity. I have a solar system that really supplies me with solar power. I do anything I want. Nina ka fridge kange mu nyumba, because weather here is hot. I can get a cold drink anytime I want. Nina fan mu nyumba yange kozesa solar system. Kwegamba bwemba mpulira nga nyumba yo kyantekamu ka fan, nina ekyokunywa. Banange enkuba etonnye. I think we are going to be continuing later. Katugalewo tusooke tulindeko enkuba eno tulabe kamera yaffe soogendamu amazzi. Kale, catch you later. Yes guys, it has been raining, heavily raining here at the farm. That's why I had to pause the video recording, but it's still raining. Mbadde mbagamba reasons why I left Europe. Nensalawo nzijje wano mu kyalo. Ndi wano mu kyalo ku farm kwembeera full time. And I don't think I'm going to move to any town. My wish is to stay at the farm all the time. Kubanga obulamu bw'ekyalo, obulamu bwa farm bwenjagala. Kitegeera bwenjagala bwe bulamu obunsanyusa. Where that I don't have any bill. Guys, bills zantamya Bulaaya. Yes, bills zantamya Bulaaya completely. Ne mpulira nga Bulaaya entamyo olwa bills. The kind of lifestyle we are living, I was living in Europe, it is really terrible. So kati najja wano, kati ndi wano mu nnimiro. This is our Super Napier. Babadde bakoola yesterday. Super Napier waffe asobole okuvaayo bulungi. Tufunyemu enkuba. Now the soil is so soft. So this Super Napier is going to grow very well. Kitegeera. So mbadde mbagamba nti obulamu obwa farm bwe bunyumira, siina biiru wadde n'emu. Ndya emmere gye twalima wano ku faamu. Nina amazzi, sigula mazzi. Nina solar system, seetaaga masannyalaze, siina biiru y'amasannyalaze. Nina amata ku faamu. Kwegaba buli kimu nkifuna wano. Kitegeera. Buli kimu nkifuna, seetaaga. Maybe kyengula kyokka munnyo. I buy only salt at the farm. Otherwise, everything I get on the farm, I don't buy anything. And that's the life, the kind of life I want to live in the future. So, another reason why I left Europe is because of racism. Racism in Europe is when you get to Europe, you get discriminated by default. Bakudiscriminatinga oba oyagala oba toyagala. They discriminate you. Ekiraga nti bakudiscriminatinga all the time bakubuuza ovaawa. They ask you where you come from. Not necessarily, not because that they want to know the country where you come from, but it's a kind of a reminder to tell you that you don't belong to our country. You know, that's why they always ask you where you come from. And when they ask you such a question and you are a foreigner, for me as a person, it used to pain me. It used to make me feel hated in the country where I was living in Sweden. Why would you ask me where I come from? And I can see that the reason you are asking is not because you want to know where I come exactly from, but because you are reminding me that I don't belong to Sweden. So, when you live in a country where you are discriminated in such a manner, even when you apply for a job in Sweden, when they see that your name is a foreign name, it is hard to get a job many of you, you know that you have experience of being discriminated just because you are foreigners. So racism is one of the reasons why I decided to pack my bags and leave Europe. And I came back home where I feel comfortable, where I feel at home. Everyone is welcoming. No one is gonna ask you where you come from, because we are all Africans. Even if I go to neighboring countries, they will not ask me where I come from. I've been to Kenya, to Nairobi. No one has ever asked me where I come from. You know, I always boarded matatu in Kenya, and no one ever asked me where I come from. You know, so racism is a very, very big challenge for foreigners who are living in Sweden, and it affects them. You might not notice that it is affecting you, but it affects you slowly by slowly. You mentally get affected because of racism. You know, there are so many things that happen as indicators of racism. You know, so nze nasalawo nengamba kanveeyo because racism was too much for me. Even my kids at school, abana bemuteeka mu masomero babeera discriminated. Like my daughter was told all the time that her hair is not good, that her hair doesn't look like white children's hair. And I always tried to convince my daughter that she's very beautiful in her own way, that she's unique, that her hair is the best. But it was difficult, you know, a child who doesn't think like who doesn't see racism, and she doesn't know what racism is. She always told me that she wants to get her hair. She wishes her hair would look like her friend's hair. I tried always to tell her that she's unique. We are not all supposed to look alike, you know. So omwana wange nosanga nga kimu affectinga, and by the way, it continues to affect them. It continues to affect them their entire lives. So abazadde mulina okugezaako okubuulira abaana bammwe, mubasomese, mwabuulire nti bali Katonda yabakola bw'atyo, yabatonda bw'atyo. So naye lwaki babeera beegomba okubeera n'enviiri ez'abazungu? Because of racism. Racism egenda n'eri omwana mpola mpola mu bwongo, n'emulya mpola mpola, ate bw'otuuka ku baana naddala Abafrika abava mu Africa nga tebamanyi na lulimi lwabwe, kibakolako nnyo, kiba affectinga nnyo. Like omwana akulira mu Sweden nga bamuboola bamugamba toli wa Sweden. Omwana bw'aba tasobola kwogera lulimi lwe, ne bw'aba ng'ayogera Swedish oba olulimi lw'eggwanga olulimi lw'ensi gye mulimu, tebamukkiriza nga munnansi, bamuboola. So kati bw'aba tasobola kwogera lulimi lwe, kimuzibuwalira. Omwana oyo aluzinga identity, kubanga yeebuuza mu Sweden. Let's say an example, in Sweden bamboola bagamba siri wa Sweden, ate bwe ngenda e Uganda sisobola kwogera Luganda. Kati where do I belong? Omwana oyo n'akula ng'ayina problem ya identity. Naye nga kiva ku ki? Kiva ku bazadde. okitegeera mugezeeko bazadde abalina abaana mugezeeko okubayigiriza ennimi zammwe kijja bayamba mu future naye omwana bw'aba tamanyi lulimi lwe era nga Sweden ensi gy'alimu bamuboola ate ne gy'ava gye mumugamba nti gy'ava bw'atuukayo tasobola communicatinga n'abantu it becomes a big problem of identity. Okitegeera. So racism is one of the reasons why I left Europe and I came back home where I'm welcomed, where I feel comfortable, where everyone is welcoming. Even if I decide today to go to Nigeria, even if I decide to go to Tanzania, even if I decide to move to Ghana, I don't think I'm going to be discriminated because I belong to Africa. I'm an African. So why would I continue to live in a country where I'm not welcomed, where everyone looks at me as unwanted? So ezo zemu ku nsonga ezandeetera okuva e Bulaaya. Okitegeera. Those things are very, very crucial for me. Kubanga singa ogenda mu maaso nga obeera mu nsi gy'owulira nga toyinaamu mirembe, ofuna n'ebirwadde, ofuna zi depression ezo, ofuna you know, there are a lot of things that happen. Okitegeera. Naye kati enkuba yatonye leero, yatonye nnyo. Tufunye enkuba nnyingi. So here I have a water tank. This is my compound. This is my compound. So wano wentuula nempulira nga nina emirembe. Kitegeera, kayumba kange kali wano, sisasula biiru yonna. Terya mmanja, terya jja naŋŋamba nti omwezi guwedde leeta sente. No. Kati okubeerawo obulamu obutalina biiru, siina biiru y'amasannyalaze, siina biiru y'amazzi, siina biiru y'ennyumba, kati kiki, siina biiru ya internet ngula gye nsobola okukozesa ey'omwezi anyway, eyo gye nsobola okugamba nti yeringa biiru gye nnina wano mu Uganda because we need internet. Okitegeera. So wano mbeera n'emirembe kati nina njagala balaga nti wano nalima ebintu. I have fruits. Nabalaga luli nabalaga fruits ze nalima, emichungwa, emiyembe, nalima muwogo. The other time I was planting cassava. Wano tuyinawo lumonde. Okitegeera, tuyinawo lumonde wano n'obumonde. Tuyina ebijanjaalo wali tuyinawo amapaapaali. Kwegamba wano buli kimu kye njagala nkifuna wano. Kitegeera, nkifuna. So baganda bange mwenna abali eyo ku kyeyo nga mugezaako okwagala okudda ewaka. I know you are so many people, you are very many people abaagala okukomawo ewaka. Many of you reached out to me and you are asking me how you can return back home. Abamu nabawa advice, abalala mwambulira bye muli mukola, which is very good and encouraging. The purpose of this video is to make all bankuba kyeyo bakomewo ewaka, basobole okuritayalinga ewaka. Teri kintu kirungi nga kuritayalingira ku faamu kuno. Teri kintu kirungi nga kuritayalingira wofuna emmere ey'obwereere, olima emmere. Teri kintu kirungi nga kuritayalingira mu nnyumba gy'otagenda kusasula. Teri kintu kirungi nga kuritayalingira awantu bw'otagenda kugula mazzi, kugula masannyalaze. Bannange obulamu obwo ndowooza teri atabwagala. Kitegeera. So I returned back home nga njagala kusettlinga wano and then I build my my empire here, because I want to do commercial farming. Commercial farming nti ngenda kuba nkola ebintu ate nga mbijjamu ssente. Okitegeera? Nabalaga embuzi zenunda. I have about 130 goats. There were so many. There were about 200 nentundako, about 40 to 50. Then I think I lost other goats, but I will talk about that incident where I lost 15 goats, but it will be another topic. It will be another topic, and that topic will be among the challenges we face when we come back home or when we are abroad. There are so many things that happen. There are so many mistakes that we make when we are abroad. So I will talk about all those mistakes and challenges bankuba kyeyo bye basanga along the way nga bagezaako building something oba okuteekawo embeera enabakkiriza okukomawo ewaka. I will talk about that. Naye nga right now ndi wano nga bwe mulaba mu background, ndi mu maaso g'ennyumba yange mu compound. Si byangu era don't think that buli kimu kitambula bulungi. No, I will not tell you that everything is moving smoothly. No, I still have some challenges, and I know there are going to be more challenges coming on the way, but nasalawo nzije facing those challenges. Just like you who are still abroad there, you are facing many challenges. Musisinkana ebizibu bingi. Ebizibu tewaliwo ebitabeera. Teri nsi etalimu bizibu. As long as you're still breathing, you are going to face challenges. The most important is to navigate through those challenges osobole okutuuka w'oyagala. Okitegeera kye kikulu. So mwena abali eyo nga mwagala kudda ewaka nga muyina ekirooto ky'okukola farming. Maybe some of you have farms that you have failed to manage or that have collapsed because of management issues. Bw'oba olina challenge ya management ya farm yo, reach out to me. Nsobola okubeera manager wa farm yo, because I came here to stay here for the next of my life. Okitegeera, emyaka gyonna egiri mu maaso njagala kubeera wano. So bw'oba oli eyo nkuba kyeyo ng'olina ekizibu kya farm management, osobola okuntuukirira ne nkuyamba. I can be the manager of your farm. I know the pain of failing when you are not at home. I know. I've passed through everything. I know what it means. Bw'oba oyagala kuzimba ekintu naye n'olemesebwa olwa management, n'olemesebwa olwa family, n'olemesebwa olw'ebintu ebitali bimu. So if you have a problem of management for your farm in Uganda, just reach out to me. Nja kukolera management ya farm yo, tulabe nti ebintu byonna bitambula bulungi. But of course sijja bikolera biweerere, ojja kuba ng'onsasula naye nkukolera ekintu ky'oyagala. Okitegeera, kubanga mbiyiseemu byonna, manyi challenges z'abankuba kyeyo, manyi pain gye bayitamu okufuna essente. By the way, people here back home, they think bankuba kyeyo essente tuzinoga ku miti. That's what they think. They think the moment you reach Europe, osanga sente ku miti n'onoga. Kyova olaba nti bw'oba omuwadde sente akukolera ekintu, oluusi bakola birala. Oluusi sente zo bazoonoona. Just because they think you are picking money from trees. They think money grows on trees in Europe or in America or anywhere. They can never imagine the pain you are going through to get that money. So bw'omuwa ssente n'omugamba nkolera kino azonoona lwakuba tamanyi. They don't have any idea about Europe, about life in Europe. They think we pick money from trees. They think when you come to Europe, you find they give you a house free of charge. They give you everything free of charge. So tebalina kye bamanyi. That's why they behave the way they behave. Sente zammwe bazirya bamanyi muzifuna mangu, muzifuna easily. Okitegeera naye nze mmanyi obulumi bw'abankuba kyeyo. Mbumanyi from A to Z. Okitegeera. So bw'oba oyinayo project gy'okola nga toyina management ya project eyo, ntuukirira nja kuyamba onsasule naye nkukolere ky'oyagala. Kubanga nze neewaayo najja wano fine kukola bintu byange, naye my play in Uganda can be of help to someone else. Okitegeera. Someone else asobola okukozesa chance nti ndi wano ne muyamba nansasula akasente akanyamba nange okusobola okuddukanya emirimu gyo, transport, communication, n'ebirala. Okitegeera. So kozesa chance bw'oba oyina issue ya management, bw'oba oyina project gy'oyagala okukola, bw'oba oyagala kugenda mu farming, nsobola okuyamba ne tuyambagana ne tulaba nti ffenna tufuna ekiruubirirwa kye twagala. So guys, those were some of the reasons why I decided to leave Europe and come back to Africa, where many people think Africa is the worst place. Yes, Africa can be the worst place. Europe can be the worst place. America can be the worst place. There is no paradise on this world. There is no paradise. So every place can be bad. It is us who are responsible to change things the way we want. So baganda bange mwenna abandaba bw'oba oli eyo ng'oyagala kudda mu bulimi, mu farming, yes, you have a hand. Nze wendi ntuukirira tuyambagane. Don't forget to subscribe on this YouTube channel where I'll be sharing a lot of content. Ezigendo bayamba. The content I share on this YouTube channel is to inspire others so that they can also start their dream goals and work on them and probably return back home. There are so many people stuck in Europe. They don't know how to start. They don't know where to start from. But they wish, they have that dream of retiring back home. So guys, share this story to your friends, to your relatives, to your, share, comment in the comment section, and reach out to me if you have any question about this journey of returning back home from Europe to Africa, deep in Uganda. All right, guys, let me stop here. We keep in touch. As always, I'm going to continue sharing stories. And if you're out there, you returned back from Europe, from America, and you are in Uganda, you have started another life in Europe, in Uganda, you have a business in Uganda, please reach out to me so that we can inspire others. I can come to your place, we make an interview, show them that it is possible. Yes, Alright guys, kankome wano mwe n'abadde bangoberera mwebale nnyo mwebale ddala abali mu comment section mwena mwebale abampandikira ku WhatsApp eye Uganda n'eya Sweden mwebale nnyo n'abampa advice mbebaza mwebale nnyo mwebale ddala kankome wano mukama akuume oyo atakuumira mpeera mweraba.